Hey, what's up guys, MugenLord here, and today we're going to talk about Unknown 9. Yes, we're talking about Unknown 9 once again because some new gameplay footage of this beautiful train wreck has just surfaced, and I wanted to just cover this article real quick and just give you my thoughts and opinion what's been shown. And if you guys are new and don't know anything about Unknown 9, it's pretty much Bandai Namco's version of Square Enix's Forspoken, which also failed and pretty much collapsed an entire studio that Square Enix now has to pretty much recuperate all their losses for this year. And we'll get into that into a separate video. But Unknown 9 is another game that has been influenced by Sweet Baby Inc. themselves. So before we even dive into the video, make sure you hit the subscribe button, the notification bell for more gaming content here on this channel. So we're going to dive right into it. So apparently, from Bounty in the comics, it says Bandai Namco and Reflector Entertainment's Unknown 9 Awakening shaping up to be a financial disaster as ugly character models and Sweet Baby Inc.'s influence repel fans. Yes, guys, if you guys are new, as I said before, I've been covering the moment this game has been announced because just like Dustborn, this is another game that's bound to fail. It's dead on arrival, and it's good to see because it's starting to show gamers, and not just the gaming community, but also the gaming industry, that gamers do not want this nonsense at all. We do not want any of this woke nonsense or ESG or DEI, whatever name tags you want to throw into this. We do not want to enter our games. And then you add the cherry on top. You took a beautiful real life female actress and then you just hit her with an ugly stick, and now she just look just hideous. So this is just bound to fail. So in the light of its terrible character design and ugly looking visual design, rumors are swirling that the upcoming story-driven action-adventure game Unknown 9 Awakening has absolutely terrible pre-order numbers. No shit, right? So it says, word of the indie game sales struggles were first brought to public attention courtesy of a YouTuber and side-scrollers podcast host Stuttering Craig. My insider has some pre-order info about Unknown 9 The Awakening. The action-adventure game linked to Sweet Baby Inc. tweeted Craig on September 18th. In their 900 stores, they've seen a total of 42 total pre-orders for this game. God damn! That's less than 1/5 as many as Concord. It releases next month. It's dead on arrival. What did I tell you guys? Check out my first Unknown 9 Awakening video. I told you that this game was dead on arrival, much like how we seen Concord and much like how we saw Dustborn. Please keep making these games and let us show the industry that we do not want this bullshit. We have to make Sweet Baby Inc. so toxic as far as their brand is concerned that the industry is just don't want nothing to do with them. They're going to repel them and remove them from the industry, and any association with them is going to spell doom for these corporations as far as their finances are concerned. So we're going to move on. So it should be noted that while the physical pre-orders for the game may be low, these numbers do not take into account any potential customers who pre-ordered the game via the storefronts. Trust me, don't expect as much as well. As such, it's possible that the game is doing gangbusters digitally, and you know they're trying to be funny with that, but it's highly unlikely, as physical numbers are still serve as a good indicator for players' general interest in a given game. So this is where Stuttering Craig had pretty much mentioned that the game is dead on arrival in only a total of 42 pre-orders found in 900 store locations. A collaborative effort between Reflector Entertainment and Bandai Namco, Unknown 9 Awakening is the action-adventure game that allows the protagonist Horona, a young East Indian woman who must learn to control her power to manipulate the unseen. As players take control of Horona, exploring the streets of Kolkata, they will also get a chance to glimpse into Fold, a new dimension, which is the main selling point of the game, alongside Horona's mysterious abilities, one of which allows her to seize control of her opponents for a few short seconds. And the thing is, the sad part about it is the game, like the concept of controlling other players, I mean, has been done before, but this concept all in all could have been actually pretty good if it was done by a competent studio and with a studio that's not trying to push any agenda or wokeness in their games, and just trying to create a good game with good character development, good story, and relatable characters that has struggles that you can actually identify yourself with. But no, you're not going to get that here. So much of the blame for the low interest is the upcoming game boils down to the involvement of Sweet Baby Inc. founder Kim Baylor, who is credited as the main architect of the game story. So not only this, which I didn't know, I just thought they was consulting to the game. No, Sweet Baby Inc. themselves has complete hands-on. And then Kim Baylor herself, which you can check out the video where I talk about Sweet Baby Inc. and Kim Baylor and, you know, their whole motive and their and also the companies that they're working with. Check that out. But the fact is that she's the architect, meaning that she's pretty much the writer or the person that's, you know, this building on this game story is already a disaster. This alone, people didn't support games that had Sweet Baby Inc. as some kind of consulting part, you know, within the game. But the fact is that she's actually writing or has hands in the story itself. This game right in there, dead on arrival. And what I don't understand is how studios, knowing this fact, still insist on hiring this woman or just hiring just Sweet Baby Inc. in general. So, having done little for the industry except pushing identity politics, Sweet Baby Inc. has found itself on the outs with players due to not just its agenda, but the fact that the games the companies work on tend to release as complete narrative disasters, such as Flintlock, The Siege of Dawn, Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League, and Gotham Knights. And these are perfect examples that the gaming industry needs to pay attention to. They need to pay attention to in order for them to say, you know what? Nah, we're good. We don't need this. So, it says, Father, Netflix The Witcher Yennefer actress Anya Chalotra, which we talked about as well, served as the physical model for the game's lead character. But while this choice initially sparked massive interest in the game, that hype didn't last long, with reactions quickly turning the other way as soon as revealed just how badly the developers has translated the actress' appearance to her in-game model as seen in the game trailers. Haruna's model appears far more androgynous than Chalotra herself, with many fans finding that the character's face lacked the elegance and femininity seen in her real-life counterpart. We already talked about this. We stressed this enough. This picture right here, I even showed it in that previous video that you need to check out of Unknown 9, but you can't tell me that there's no agenda that's going on here, that this is just some strange coincidence that's happening when it comes to our female characters, which you need to check out the video where it shows Western developers' depiction of female characters and Eastern depiction of female characters. Definitely need to go check that out. But you can't tell me at this point that there's nothing going on. It's purposely done. There's no way in the world you can have a beautiful female model or actress such as Anya Chalotra herself, you know, and then you put her into a game, she looks like a monstrosity. There's no way in the world you can tell me that there's nothing going on here, that it's not purposely done, when there's plenty of other examples that show that you can take the exact actress and make her and fit her and place her right into the game, and pretty much you can't tell the difference because they look like carbon copies of one another. They could pass as fucking twins. But then you look at this nonsense from Western studios, and this is what you get. You can't tell me that there's no agenda going on here. So the gameplay itself also appears to be struggling to generate excitement, though Unknown 9 aims to present an interesting mix of action-oriented combat and puzzle-solving mechanics, which, yes, that would be interesting to be able to get hands-on, you know, with gameplay mechanics like that. But too bad that you won't get that from this game at all. So, it says, ultimately, time will tell whether Unknown 9 turns out to be a boom or a bust. However, in light of Sweet Baby Inc. adding their personal spice to the entire mix, it's not out of the question to consider that the game may end up failing both critically and commercially. And as I said before, it's all about track record, people. It's all about track record. Every time Sweet Baby Inc. put their hands on something, man, you know it spells disaster. And you shouldn't even give them the benefit of the doubt because of their track record, you know. And then also the people that work within this company, you gotta look at them as individuals as well, and how they conduct themselves on social media, and also with their little meetings that they have. You know, they claim to be inclusive and they want to have open dialogue, but they even had a panel, you know, where they discuss these things, but the only thing they're allowed to discuss is only with people who agree with them. So Sweet Baby Inc. is just an echo chamber on itself. And the fact is that Unknown 9 is one of the games that Kim Baylor herself has hands on with in terms of stories. It's a spell for disaster. And what's so bad about this is that Anya Charlotra herself, you know, the first time I ever seen this chick was in the Witcher series. And even though they already just wokeified the casting for the Witcher and stuff, she's a beautiful woman. And the fact is that now, you know, she's placed into this game and she's the highlight of this game. They fucked her up, and this game's going to get bad publicity, and it's going to leave a stain on her career, because people's always going to associate her not only just with the Witcher series, but people's going to associate her with this dud of a game, and that's going to affect their career just much like the duds that the actress who played in Forspoken, she played in duds at the duds, especially the failed Charlie's Angels movie. And these actresses who take on these roles that's led by these woke activists that's developing these games, and these woke journalists that keep pushing these narratives and attacking the fan base, all it does, and these people are talking about being allies of women and allies of women of color and stuff like that, but all they're doing is tarnishing their career, it's tarnishing their image when they put out this nonsense, because I guarantee you that this is going to affect their career, much like the girl from Forspoken. Name me something else that the actress from Forspoken is doing right now. Name me some recent roles or some blockbuster roles that she's taking. No, this is ruining careers, and as soon as the industry wake up from this, it's going to continue to snowball into more and more garbage. But I definitely want to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you think this game may stand a chance as far as success is concerned, or do you think this game is dead on arrival? Definitely to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. Hit the like button, subscribe button for more gaming content here on this channel. This is MugenLord, signing off. I'll see you game fiends later. Peace out.